Hello, online crew. So when you opened up your Facebook this morning, or today sometime, I shouldn't say time of the day because we're all in different parts of the world, did you get something that looked like that? Is that familiar to you? So I'll read you the wording in the moment if it's not, but when I opened up my Facebook this morning, smack bang in my face was this. So what does this purple screen say? This purple screen says, hey Donna, how are you? See what's new. Hey Olive, groups are now the heart of Facebook. Hello Sean, g'day, how are you? Did you all see that? Hey Rob, thanks for saying hello to Henry, guys. This is my trusty little Henry friend over here. Did you all see this? So, hey Catherine, how are you? Going to explain a little bit more and continue the conversation from yesterday. So what is this all about? What am I focusing on? What are we talking about today? So, if you've been living under a little bit of a rock the last sort of few days, there's been, oh, you didn't see it, Sean. There's been a lot of changes that Facebook has made that they are, hello Heidi, how are you? I get to see you soon in Vegas, woohoo! Hey Kelly, how are you? You've not got that, well, it's okay, you don't need it. I'll show it to you again. It's there and it's just a message saying, quote, guys, quote, groups are now the heart of Facebook. Say it again. Groups are now the heart of Facebook. So I'll get more onto that in a moment. And if you, as I said, if you've been living under a little bit of a rock the last sort of few days, there's been, but you're sort of on social media, on particularly Facebook, I'm concentrating on now. I never live under a rock, but on top of that rock I do. Hey Michael, how are you? Hey Wanda, good to see you. I hope you're feeling better, Wanda. There's been a massive conference in Facebook sort of land. It's called the F8 Facebook Developers Conference, where they release at this time every year. That's why I said to you a couple of weeks ago when I did my social media tip of the week, keep your eyes open because this is the time of year that Facebook does all their changes, minor, major, or sort of anywhere in between. This particular year that we are in at the moment, it is major changes. So they're saying, as I said yesterday, hey Sonia, as I said yesterday, this is the fifth largest sort of change Facebook has made, well, the changes, should I say, in the history of Facebook. So we are moving into a new era of Facebook and things are changing. What they're concentrating on is changing. Things are looking different. Hey, Margaret. Hey, Adrian, how are you? Lovely to see you live. Things are just different, guys. And if you're not keeping up with these changes, then you're going to be missing out. So you want to be at the forefront of these changes and know what's going on and embrace it for your business. So yesterday I started the conversation on, oh my gosh, all these changes are coming out. You would have seen if you've opened your Facebook since yesterday that things are looking a little bit different. Like I opened mine up yesterday and went, oh, where's the search thing gone? Oh, that's gone, and now that's there, and that's over there, and things are looking a little bit different. And today, for me in my time zone, it was, yeah, absolutely, Adrian, get ahead. It was that one, that one there that I showed you before. So if you haven't seen that, that's no biggie. It's telling us, and like full size, like telling us, very clearly, groups are now the heart of Facebook. So that's what I want to explore a little bit more on this particular live. There's other little things like the whole image and landscape and visual outlook of Facebook is changing. They're mainly going to a white background with a little tiny blue instead of the big blue and, the white. Like, they're changing the way things look visually. They're changing the way the platform is moving. We are moving more towards, a stories format rather than a typical news feed, although that's not going to disappear for a while. And as I said yesterday and last week, they're testing a horizontal feed rather than a vertical feed. So things are changing. The important thing for you to know is what the changes are, how you embrace the changes, and what you should be thinking about and exploring sort of like here and now for the future, of your business, okay? So those of you that, we have not met before, my name is Helen Martin. I'm your online crew captain. So we represent a community of home-based business owners here. So you might be a small business, entrepreneur, sure, you just caught my eye there. Navigation to groups, that has changed. That's what I'm talking about today, Sean. It's clear that groups are their primary focus, absolutely. So I should be sharing more of that with you on today's live. Small business owners, entrepreneurs, network marketers, direct sellers, those in MLM. We're here on this page to learn how to leverage the online world, social media, to build your business with modern online strategies. So the last thing we want to do is chase anybody to buy anything off us or join us in our business. We truly want to attract people to us with the online world and everything that it affords us. But to do that, you need to learn modern sort of attraction marketing strategies, know all the ins and outs of social media, and it moves fast, does it not? Especially when there's a lot of changes that are already here and that are going to roll out over the sort of coming months. Some of the things that I'm going to talk about today, you will not see in your news feed just yet. So some of the images that I've got that I'll flash up for you, you may not be able to sort of see yet. Some of you will, some of you won't. Depending on the type of phone that you have, depending on the type of sort of software that you have as to whether you'll get features faster than others. Those of you with an iPhone and a modern iPhone, you'll get those features faster. Those of you with a phone that has, the Android software, so you don't actually have an Android phone, you have a phone that has got Android software. Android software is made by Google and it just operates differently to an iPhone. So an iPhone actually connects the hardware with the software. Those phones that have Android, they're different. So you don't get things as quick because they have to go through all these other different testing measures before they get the updates. So sorry, those of you with an Android phone, you might have to wait a little bit longer for some of the things. It's just the way it is. Rob, don't blink or you miss it. Yeah, that's pretty much, the way it is at the moment. So what I'm here to share with you is what I'm learning, the updates that I've seen, how to use them, and particularly I do want to focus on groups because they're saying, Facebook is saying it, like that picture I just showed you, it is the heart of Facebook. The whole purpose behind this is the sense of community. It's very much in line with one of their other core strategies that they're focusing is messaging and messenger. They want people to have real relationships. So they're trying to weed out all these people that turn up on social media and act like a guru and just push for their own gain on social media. They're going to favor content and strategies that connect people together for a common purpose. And that, that's what a group is for. So if you are not aware, the palm tree emoji is our mascot for this page here. So feel free to drop that down below. Hello, Cheryl. Lovely to see you on. If you are in my free private Facebook group that is called Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners, put the little fish down below. Feel free to, join that group if you're not already in. That's where I'll share more text updates as well as, video updates like this about the changes that are here and coming and all those kind of things. So it's completely for free. Feel free to join that. That's called Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners. And if you are one of my online crew leaders, then put the crew cruise ship down below. That's the emoji for my private coaching community where we go in depth in a lot of these things. And I have got a link up above. I've done it deliberately very cryptically because if any of you know social media, you know that if you have external links in the description of a Facebook Live, it limits your organic reach. So I've put the link, but I've put spaces inside the wording of the link. So you just need to retype it in like Google. So it's http://helenmartinonline.com/groups, but I've just got spaces up there, so it won't link through to anything. It's just the words, but just, you know, retype it in Google. If you want to get more detail about all these changes that's happening in Facebook, oh, thank you, Sean. Sean's just dropped the link just there in the comments section. And you want to know more about how to embrace sort of groups and all the changes around that, then please join us in my coaching community next week. I'm doing a boot camp, 3-day boot camp on groups, everything sort of to do with groups. So, yeah, what I really want to sort of focus on is the changes that they've made to groups. And I showed this briefly yesterday. Is, you know, the new look, and this was what we got. This is what I saw this morning. And if you go down to, for me, it's down the bottom. I know you probably can't. I've got to get the light right. Whoops. So this one down the bottom here is the groups. Hang on. No, it's not. Now I'm going into my albums. Hang on. So I go to my groups icon down the bottom. And it brings up, and if I go into groups, it's got my groups linked at the top, and it says your groups, and there's this section called Discover Groups. So I've just gone to the second icon, and all this has changed, guys. So this is, and you are going to get prompts in your news feed regarding groups. So I saw one earlier that was prompting me to go and find a group. So when you go into this section here, and you're going to be prompted constantly to go to groups. So see this area here, it says, what are you interested in? And it's got all these icons here. So I can open that up: animals, sport and fitness, food and drink, family and parenting, art and entertainment, books and literature, business, and all that. Everything is categorized. So what that means for you, if you are the creator of a group, you know, like a sense of, you know, somewhere with a sense of community, Facebook are going to allow people to find your group, if you've got a group, like through these search options as well. So, hey Boyd, good to see you jump on. So this is going to be put in your face often. You're going to see things pop up in your newsfeed that's going to push you towards finding groups. So what that means for those of you that have groups is that, you know, people are going to be able to find your group potentially a lot easier than they have in the past. The history of groups hasn't always worked particularly well for Facebook. Certainly when they started promoting groups and creating groups, it wasn't something that was embraced very well originally or utilized, you know, particularly well. That's all changed, guys. So what does this mean for your business regarding groups? Do you have one? Do you want one? Do you have one that doesn't work very well? You know, what is the purpose of the group? So the one thing, and I said this yesterday, that you don't want to do is go and set up a group, because Facebook put a post in front of your newsfeed that says groups are now basically the heart of Facebook. Anybody, and let me put it this way, anybody can push buttons. Anybody can create a group. You can go to the features of Facebook and create a group. So you can literally create a page, create a group, put some words on it, put some content in it, and you can create a group really, really easily, and it's for free. So anybody can go and create a group quite easily. But what is the purpose of the group? The purpose of the group is to build community. So what is your community built around? What is the common purpose that people would be drawn to your group for? This is what Facebook is trying to draw people towards, is small communities of like-minded people that have a particular purpose and a vision and, you know, a goal towards a certain thing. How you create a group, your message regarding the group, how you promote the group, how you launch the group, all those kind of things will be the success of or the failure of your group. So I'm not saying, as I said yesterday, I'm not saying everybody go out and run out and, create a group. You might not have a purpose for a group yet. You might not have a community yet for a purpose of a group. But if you want to learn more about groups, even if you're not there yet, but maybe learning about how, when you are ready for a group, how to create the group, the whole purpose behind the group, and all, the new features around a group, then feel free to join us in my coaching community next week for the groups bootcamp. So you just need to retype the words above in the description section and come and join us, not only for the groups bootcamp, but for the whole month of May, in that I'm giving you more detailed updates about all these changes, okay? Because groups is just one of those. There is a whole lot of information around, hey Judy and Bob, messaging. Huge focus towards messenger and messaging. And, what is that going to mean to your business, with public content and Facebook Lives and all those kind of things. So I'm going to share more information about all of that and what it means for your business moving forward and where you should concentrate your marketing, strategies moving forward in relation to all these changes. So as I said before, it's the 5th largest change in Facebook world in the history of its existence, and it's a complete new era. And one of the exciting things is all the extra things that are coming with Facebook stories. How many times have I been telling you guys how important Facebook stories are, and particularly on business pages? So there's another focus for you guys. Do you have a business page yet? Have you been thinking on the sidelines that you might like to start a business page, but you don't know how to, or the purpose of, or your branding message and all those kind of things? The features that they're going to be giving business pages is more than we've ever had in the past, and the features that they're giving stories in business pages moving forward is going to be very exciting for people in this industry. You will, in time, when you grow your audience to a certain extent, you will be able to have interactive links on your stories that people can go through and buy something from your story. Guys, do you see the vision of all these changes that are coming and what that can eventuate to your business if you are truly, seriously building a business online? So, business pages are more important than they've ever been before. I truly believe they are the future of this industry that, we represent here, home-based business industry, where you're branding yourself, because you need all the opportunities that you can get regarding giving people the opportunity to buy and promote your products, and in a curiosity sort of way, which you can achieve in stories, and whatever you create. So that's all coming. You may not get all those features to start with. You need to build a profile on a business page. So guys, if you haven't heard me for the last 6 to 12 months, start now. You can't keep ignoring all these changes, and they've been telling this for 6 to 12 months, if not longer. This is where the future of this industry is, and the features that are coming. You're going to miss out on all of that if you're not embracing all these changes. Judy and Bob, we are trying to change the name of our business page. Any hints from this group? Changing the name sometimes can be difficult. You just have to keep trying, send messages to Facebook, go to their support system, depending on how many times, if you've changed it before or anything like that, it can be difficult to change the name of the group. So you're better off, it's not anybody else, unless anybody's got any hints that's experienced that want to share that with Judy and Bob. It's really more of following up with Facebook support regarding that one. Margaret, still unfamiliar with my content choice on stories. Don't overthink your content choice on stories. Just be you and share your life. So the beautiful thing about Facebook stories is you can share things that you wouldn't normally share in the newsfeed and get really, really good reach. It's letting people get to know who you are, what your interests are, what you're up to. Like Margaret, for you, like you could take a selfie. I'm painting again. When is this ever going to end? Put it in your story. Share your life with people. You know, those that are really successful on social media, and, you know, this is a little bit extreme, but you think of people like Gary Vee and Mel Robbins, they literally have somebody walking behind them every step of their way, from where they go, on a bus, in a car, in a plane, whatever, and it's like vlogging their whole particular life. Now, you don't want to do that, but the reason why so many people are watching them is because they're so real and so authentic in what they're doing, what's happening in their life, and people, for some bizarre reason, people love it. Absolutely love it. And it's real and authentic. Like, you know, a couple of days ago when I was exhausted and I admitted it and, just talked from the heart from you guys and shared just a little bit about me and what I'm going through and the challenges and, all that kind of stuff, and just talked to you guys, the feedback I got from that was, very interesting. It helps you guys get to know me better when I share my struggles as well as my successes. Does that make sense? So, things like Facebook stories, you get to share things in micro content. It only hangs around for 24 hours. It's not like you've got that content sort of hanging around for, forever, unless, it gets archived and you put it into, your stories folder on your personal, Facebook page. But just don't be afraid to, and, I get the busyness of life. And I do this myself sometimes. Like, I'm so rushed, lives, coaching calls, whatever. I move, messages. I forget to do stories. And there'll be days that go by and I forget to do stories. And that's really bad, particularly for my business page. Because if you're not using the features, you don't get the updates. You won't get the feature that says swipe up and, do all the rest if you're not using the feature. So there's all these cool things coming, and it's only the beginning. Like, this is the start of changes that Facebook is saying. This is a new era, completely new era of Facebook that we are rolling out here. And they put that post that I showed you earlier, the picture, they are telling you that groups is the, what was the wording? What was it? Groups are now, if you missed it earlier, you've jumped on later, groups are now the heart of Facebook. So if that's not telling you to embrace your own group, but please go through the boot camp next week before you create a group or resurrect a group. Don't start a group and then do the boot camp. Do the boot camp first. Learn all about groups and how to create a successful group before you create a group. But this is the future of your business as well. So you have a business page that feeds into a group. That's what you want, guys. So, but you need to be building that was it, Donna, thank you. Groups are now the heart of Facebook. But if you don't have a business page and start to grow your authority, your credibility, and your influence on a business page, then you're not going to be able to create a sense of community in a group because you don't even have a following in the first place. So the unfortunate thing about social media is that everybody wants instant gratification. And no one wants to do, well, I shouldn't say no one, but when you don't get that instant gratification, or you don't get thousands of people on your page in the first 6 months, you think it's not working. So most people get told, and this is something to be very wary in this industry, is people that are already successful in this industry that have not built a business page. They will say to you, you don't need one. Don't get distracted. Do everything off your personal Facebook page, because that's what they did. Okay? What people did on social media, but if they've been successful in network marketing for years, they would have done things on social media and posts that worked for them that will not work for you now. There are posts that people did 6 months ago that were very blatant that Facebook now does not like anymore and will can your organic reach. So they're scanning in the background for pictures of your promotional products and prices and all the things you're putting up on social media and going, So as far as you know, your post has gone up and you're promoting your business. As far as Facebook's going, it's like, we don't like that content. Crickets. We're not sending that post to anybody. So you're hearing crickets. So I don't know how many network marketers say to me, I'm posting on social media, I'm doing everything my upline is telling me to do, I'm doing promotional stuff, and I'm hearing crickets. No wonder, because Facebook doesn't like you using your personal page. It's against Facebook policy now. They're scanning all your images and your content in the background anyway, so they're limiting your organic reach, because that is not the future of marketing for this business model. A business page is. But unless you start a business page, put good value on it, work out your branding, learn how to attract people to you, and build up a profile and some authority over there, then you're not really going to have any kind of audience to lead them to a group. So there's a sort of transition of things that you need to prioritize here, but you got to do the work. Hey, Mary, you got to do the work. And you have to be that person that starts a business page and keeps going when no one's showing up on your lives, when you're getting very little engagement, on your posts, and you're going, oh my gosh, am I wasting my time? You've got a leader who's been successful in network marketing for years. It's like, don't waste your time on a business page. Are you getting any success? No. Yeah, see, I told you, do it all from your personal page. What network marketers did years ago, and if they're already successful, they already have a following, they already have a profile online, they can get away with things that you can't. So unless you're an authority figure, unless you are known as being successful, somebody who's really successful in business, unless you've already got that, automatic following on Facebook, you won't be successful building your network marketing business off your personal page. If you've been in network marketing for 5 to 8 to 10 years, you've already got a downline of thousands of people. Everybody that's your friends everybody that's your friends on your Facebook page are all network marketers. Well, yes, there's things that you can say that your audience will look at you and look up to you and go, oh, she or he is so successful. Send them messages and whatever, so that your upline that is successful that way can do things that you can't, unless you are known as somebody who's really successful in the industry, has a really big following, and is known for, that kind of thing. Does that make sense to you guys? Because I hear this conversation over and over again. My upline told me not to waste my time on a business page. And then you're hearing from people like me and other people on social media, a business page is the way to go. So take that for what it is. People that are successful in the traditional sense, that have already had success in this industry, do not necessarily need a business page. And if we had this conversation 5 years ago, I might even say, just run it off your personal page, because you could get away with things 5 years ago that you just can't now, because Facebook doesn't like people promoting a business on a personal Facebook page. Does that make sense? Send me some likes and loves if I'm making sense, because it's really important for you guys to understand the future of your online business is in a business page and groups. But you may be getting told from people around you, don't worry about a business page, it's only pay to play, it's too hard, nobody's over there, so learn to blend. Hi Tina, I've got a blending boot camp. If you get into my coaching group through the link above, I've got a branding boot camp, a blending boot camp, a content creation boot camp, and a profile overhaul boot camp. You get access to all of that. So you just got to be smart, but you got to do the work. You've got to do the work, guys, because social media moves too fast. You're seeing that in the last couple of days. Social media moves fast. There's more changes coming. If you're not doing the work, if you're just learning and not taking any action, what's the point? Your business is going to be no better off in 6 months to a year's time than it is today if you don't action what you're learning. If you just turn up here all the time and listen to me, that's awesome. You're learning new stuff. But if you're not creating a business page, if you're not looking at groups, and you may not be ready for a group, So just, be wary of that. Listen to the boot camp and store all that information, and you've got all the replays to go back to later anyway, when you are ready for a group. Okay, so I hope that all makes sense, because I understand that you could be getting advice from many different sources, and people who are successful in traditional network marketing and maybe have had success online in previous years, they can do things that you can't. They might already have a following of close to 5,000 friends, and a lot of them may be network marketers. So when they speak something or share something in the network marketing world or an opportunity, people are listening, because the only people that are there are the people that they've created over time. If on your profile now, so here and now, you, in reality, in this day and age, you have a mixture of family and friends, and majority of people on your friends and family on your personal profile are not network marketers, you're not going to have the same traction as an upline that does, because they're already talking to the converted. People already look up to them. People already know that they are successful. Thanks, Kelly. So it's a totally different audience. And they probably put posts up 2 years ago that got 50 people reaching out to them to buy something off them or ask them about the business. You do that now and Facebook will cane you for it. So it's not the same. And I'm not saying don't listen to your upline. I'm saying put it into perspective of where you are at in your journey and your life, at your journey in network marketing and your authority in life. Like, do people look up to you generally? Do people think that you are the most awesome person on the planet, and whatever you say, they're going to go, oh, Helen said that, I'm going to go do that? Like, unless you got somebody walking around with an aura around you and everybody just loves everything that you say, if that's you, then you may be able to get away with things on your personal Facebook page because everybody's looking up to you. But unless you're that person, that's why we create a business page, and we start to build up credibility and authority, because we're concentrating on a particular area of focus, and we give value. So you build up your authority and credibility on social media, and then you can lead them into a group, which Facebook is going to favor from now on. So I hope that is a beneficial, there's some benefit in there for some of you guys that are really conflicted about whether you should start a business page, whether you should start a group. I haven't really given you the answers to that yet. You need to get into the boot camp. But yeah, all food for thought. But you got to be there. You got to be doing the work. Hey, Dora, lovely to see you jump on. You got to be doing the work, guys. You can't just keep learning about all these changes and what you should be doing. You have to do the work. You have to be going live. You have to get your name out there, because if you aren't, people are looking at someone else who is. So if you're not going live regularly, if you were in my video challenge and you've dropped right off, you haven't done a live since, those people that were watching you are now watching someone else. It's a fast world in social media. It can afford you beautiful things. It can connect you with people from all around the world, and everybody has the opportunity to attract their tribe, as long as you know what your brand is. So when you know what your brand is and you keep giving value on that particular topic, your vibe will attract your tribe. And your tribe can be endless when using the internet, because you can get to people all around the world, all time zones. And if you're speaking the language of the person listening, then you start to build connections on social media. Margaret, I feel is going to be a long time until I will be able to create a group. Maybe, maybe not. So, just learn about the purpose of a group and all that kind of stuff from the boot camp. And then, that might be a little bit clearer for you. So it just depends. But what's critical is to know the true purpose and the true nature of a group to have a successful group. And that'll be in the boot camp. Donna, will there be another video challenge? Yes. I haven't announced this yet, Donna. I did say earlier in the week that I have mapped out all my dates for the rest of the year, including my branding course and the video challenges. There are going to be 3 more video challenges for the remainder of this year. And I guess I'll tell you guys, I'm going to repeat the cycle that I started with. So we did a 14-day 21-30. So between now and the end of the year, there's going to be a 14, a 21, and a 30. So there is going to be a 14-day one, that is the next one. And that is going to be starting it's around about the middle of June. I can't remember the date off the top of my head. Round about the middle of June when I get back from Las Vegas. And so it'll be a 14-day one. So those of you that are shared skitless, as we call it in this community here, shared skitless, the SS Martin, shared skitless of live video, you can start with a 14-day challenge and build up through the rest of the year. Those of you that have done a 30-day challenge, this will be a breeze because you can go back to a 14-day challenge, which will seem like, done, mastered, after you've done a 30-day challenge, a 14-day challenge is going to be pretty easy. So, yes, Donna, so as time gets closer and well before I leave for Vegas, so in the next week or so, Donna, I'll have links for that and specific dates for that. I've already got the dates mapped out, so it's happening. So, yes, to answer your question. Donna, I'm in, knees knocking, but I'm in. That's what it's all about. Face the fear and do it anyway. And a 14-day one is a really good way to start. Yes, Olive, here we go again. 14 days will be easy for you, Olive. You're a master at it. So, yeah, that's what's happening. So those of you that haven't mastered live video, now's the time. Or when I do the challenge is the time. Okay, so I'll keep you updated on this page and in my free group, Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners, updated about all of that in the next week or so. So those of you in my branding course, we have the final live Zoom call in, I better get moving, 20 minutes. So I'll see you guys in 20 minutes. I'll be in Europe in June, but I am in. It's very exciting. So if you're traveling, just share where you are. Easy topics to talk about when you're traveling and you've got exciting things and places to show people. What's tomorrow? Yes, no, I will still see you tomorrow. So same time, same place. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Hope you got value from that. If you did, wording, Helen, not allowed to use that. So just let me know if you've got value from that by putting something down there. Okay, guys, see you tomorrow. Bye.